The Honourable Taylor Martin.
Thank you, Mr Deputy President. And next week, the Albanese Labor government will release its so-called mini-budget, but we've already been pre-warned and told that regional New South Wales will suffer in the mini-budget from huge cuts. A line-up of federal Labor ministers have already been sent out to tell regional Australians that the federal government is planning on cutting significant funds for vital infrastructure in regional communities. Reports suggest that up to $10 billion in projects will face cancellation by the Anthony Albanese government. I'm extremely concerned at what this could mean for projects across the Hunter and on the Central Coast that require Commonwealth funding, and one of these projects is the Mandalong Road upgrade in Morisset. The duplication of the Mandalong Road between the motorway and Freeman's Drive will improve travel time, safety and especially heavy vehicle access. It also opens up the economic development opportunities for freight and logistics in this key area located halfway between Brisbane and Melbourne. The potential for development of surrounding lands will create an estimated 15,000 jobs during construction and 7,000 jobs through the life of its operation there in that area. The Commonwealth Government was supporting this project with $56 million in funding, but now the community is nervous because this project needs federal government funding as well as state government funding that's committed, both of which have been committed and budgeted. It's becoming clearer and clearer as we get to next week's mini-budget that life is not easy under Albanese. The state Labor opposition is no better, as evidenced by the past weekend's ALP conference. In the policy motions, there were only 2 mentions of regional New South Wales in comparison to 39 mentions of the suburb of Newtown alone. Despite it being only a few months old, the Albanese Labor government already has form in leaving New South Wales out to dry when it comes to funding infrastructure projects. Just this past weekend, the Prime Minister announced $9.6 billion in infrastructure. However, despite 30% of Australians living in New South Wales, barely 10% of funding will go towards infrastructure in New South Wales. Despite New South Wales being the most populous state, Victoria received 2.5 times more funding than New South Wales. Queensland received almost 50% more funding than New South Wales, and even the Northern Territory received 2.5 times more than New South Wales. That means $10,729 has been allocated for every Northern Territory citizen, whereas a mere $122 has been committed for every New South Wales citizen. The Albanese government is somewhat happy to put up $2.2 billion for the Melbourne Suburban Rail Loop, a project which the Victorian Auditor General said, and I quote, "The business case did not support informed investment decisions." That's all the while they'll be slashing the funding in regional New South Wales. It is in stark contrast to the Liberal and National government here in New South Wales, which is doing most of the heavy lifting with our $112.7 billion infrastructure pipeline. Included in that pipeline is the $835 million John Hunter Health and Innovation Precinct, fully funded by the Perrottet government. Since 2011, the coalition government has delivered more than 180 health capital works projects across New South Wales, with 130 projects currently underway, and more than 2/3 of these are in rural and regional areas. Last week, the government appointed Multiplex as the main works contractor for the John Hunter redevelopment, which will provide Newcastle, the Greater Hunter and Northern New South Wales rural communities with access to exceptional cutting-edge health services. And the Perrottet government is investing in this major health redevelopment for the Hunter and wider communities, bringing the latest technology and most up-to-date research into the hospital to ensure patients receive the best and most contemporary health care. The precinct will be at the centre of excellence and innovation, attracting the most skilled and experienced clinicians to work in outstanding facilities and boost health outcomes for locals and patients. The John Hunter Health and Innovation Precinct will include a 7-storey acute services building, emergency department and more adult and paediatric critical care spaces. Mr Deputy President, the importance of funding infrastructure is demonstrated by the fact that during the peak of construction, up to 800 workers are expected to be on site each and every day, and about 70% of that work will be conducted by local businesses and local tradies from the Hunter. The Liberals and Nationals in government here in New South Wales are securing a brighter future for the citizens of New South Wales by investing in the community and building what matters to make life better. And I call on the Albanese government to do the same for New South Wales and honour their commitments that have already been made.